Hi, my name is Diego Espinoza-Martinez, and I will be discussing my paper for Finance 139 based on private placement memorandum, due diligence, and term sheet regulations. Entrepreneurs use private placement memorandums when seeking capital for two primary reasons. The first is that they simply want to appear professional when seeking funding. And the other one is that they should stay honest and transparent and be able to disclose everything about their business when seeking capital to stay within regulations. Growth Inc. does a great job at explaining this. A private placement is an equity or debt offering which does not have to go through detailed paperwork and expense of registering with the SEC because it meets legal expectations. So again, it's private placement memorandum is something business entrepreneurs will use when seeking funding and when they are exempt from having to go through the SEC. Going on to slide 3 on due diligence. When we think of due diligence, we think of the term doing your homework. It is basically the researching and finding out and disclosing of the risks that come with a business. And who performs this due diligence? It is usually performed by managers of the business, but more times than not, they will also hire third parties to go ahead and do the same analysis and try to find risks involved with the business. This is usually a good thing just because third parties are likely to be harder on the business, and while an owner or a manager might overlook a risk just because it's our natural way of being to overlook risks and downfalls to our own businesses we create. How is this due diligence done? It is done by disclosing financial statements, business plans, and analyzing them to see where there might be risks for the investor investing their funds in the business. Term sheets and regulations. A term sheet is an agreement between the founder or entrepreneur or owner of a business and a potential investor. The term sheet is composed of terms that both parties feel are fundamentally important to the transaction. More times than not, it will involve the ownership of the business that may be in a percentage that is traded off for the money invested. Obviously, both parties are concerned with this. And term sheets are usually non-binding. They are much like a lender pre-qualification letter that is used when purchasing a house. They are not binding when they are first issued, but they can turn into a binding part of a binding contract later on in the transaction. That is more or less what a term sheet is. The previous slides gave a little insight on private placement memorandum, due diligence, and term sheets and regulations. Obviously, it's easy to see how they all hold something in common, and that is that it makes the founders be transparent and honest when seeking funds from investors for their business, and it is also designed to keep both on the common ground and common understanding as to the business. This pertains to the risks and the terms of negotiation. With that said, it is easy to see why the above is so crucial for the well-being of all the involved, which are the two parties of founders and investor. Thank you.